Okay, so had issues with this thing the other day. Would not start at all. There, like, I tried and tried and tried. Couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. I checked every fuel line, uh, spark plugs, everything. I even redid the whole vacuum line. Redid my lines here. Everything. Couldn't figure it out. Then I figured, I'm gonna do one check. I'm gonna do one check. This right here is what sends signal to these. These are my fuel injectors. This is my injector rail. This sends a signal to my injectors, telling them when to open. I disconnected this. On the inside of here, I attached 2 leads from my multimeter. And I went to crank the engine to see if it was reading anything, seeing if that was sending a signal. It started and it ran. There's nothing sending signal to my fuel rail or any of my injectors to spray. So it threw me off. But, I'll take it. I'll take it as a win. But I've done a few things to it. My dual horns, new washer, tank. This one actually holds liquid, and I've got the new motor, new blades, all that stuff's new. But let's see what else. All my relays and fuses have been replaced. New distributor, new coil, brand new starter. Because I originally thought it was the starter. Because it was not actually going. It would spin, but it wouldn't actually turn the motor. So replaced all that. Cleaned out my air intake. Did all kinds of stuff. Checked everything. Checked over every wire that I could. I mean, I even replaced my my leads here. I mean, it was hectic. I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. I tested every last thing I could, and then come to find out, all I had to do was unplug this guy. Because there's videos saying that if you turn your key and you hit this box back here, which that's your ECM right there, if you hit that with a screwdriver, it'll turn your car on. As you can see, I hit it a couple times and it wouldn't turn on. But what it took was me attaching this, the plug part, not this plug here, the actual base, to my multimeter, and I set it for ohms to test the resistance, and it kicked over. It confused the hell out of me, but it worked. But up next, I'm going to be replacing these bumpers because one's missing. But I'm going to replace all these bumpers all the way around. This chrome shroud, I'm going to take this chrome shroud off, wash it up, and then I'm going to paint it neon green to go with the other greens that I got everywhere. I've got green. Green's my thing. But I'm going to be doing all that green. I might, when I replace these guys, I might paint the new ones green, because the new ones are going to come down and stop. I'm going to get rid of all of this extra, do the back, and then I'm going to have an actual bar down here, and I might actually paint that bar green too, because I like the two-tone green and red. I like that. But I'm going to be getting these new bumpers, and I put a lot into this so far, and like for it to die the other day, it really pissed me off. Like it had me stumped because I had everything. I had everything, and then it turned out that all I had to do was that guy right there, this guy right here. So if you've got a YJ 90s model YJ, and it'll turn over, you can hear it cranking, but for some reason it's not starting. Pull this off, attach a gator clip to each one, and then that gator clip attached to the leads and set to your ohms. You know, the little symbol that lets you hear the sound. Crank it over and see if it actually gets that going, because that's how it worked for me. I tried everything else that everybody else tried and said was the issue, and nothing helped. And then I did that out of just testing it as electrical side. But I mean, next thing that I'm possibly gonna do is I'm going to get a secondary battery and do a dual battery setup here, because yeah, I do like the one battery, but I'm putting a winch on the front. So when I put the winch on the front, you know, I don't want to screw up the power. But when I take off this top for like the winter months type deal, what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint my roll bar that neon green too. That way I have the full green going. I'm going to take off the back padding because I took the rest off here and here because these straps are just too small to go around the padding, and they're designed to go around the padding, but they're just too small. So I mean, so far so good. Just having a blast with it, really. Still got to get new tires for it, but I mean, that was pushed off because we're putting in a backup generator and some other stuff. I got my other decals on. Got a couple more decals that I'm putting on it, but I have to wait for the rain to stop because we've got rain coming. But once I get the grill neon green, like I'll still have like the chrome outline here, but all of this is going to be neon green. I'm gonna like it. But yeah, that's it so far. Okay, so the main reason why I want to get rid of this chrome, yes, it goes good with the vehicle and it's nice and shiny, but I pulled into the parking lot the other day of the grocery store, and I was blasting this old lady in the face because the sun was hitting it and shining off. I mean, I don't know if you can see like the huge glare off of this, but I mean, it is massive. I mean, just imagine getting blasted in the face with bright lights. I mean, I'm just standing here with the flash of my camera phone on here, and it's just blinding me. So that I'm gonna get that neon green. It'll cut down on the actual glare because it's a matte green, but it's still that bright green color. And I actually might spray the underside of the hood too, just, you know, give it a little bit more pizzazz. That's a good idea. Just for shits and giggles, you know, do the underside of the underside of the hood neon green. That'd be cool. I think I might do that. Thanks, guys.